Hello everybody. So in this video today, I'm gonna let you guys get to know me a little bit. We are gonna talk about my trip to Michigan, show you a few things we picked up along the way, let you know how my death pile is going, and just kind of give you an update on life and why I have been MIA. So I'm clearly driving right now. We just went to the post office. I got my little passenger princess with me. That's Journey Girl. She loves to come with me everywhere if she can. So we currently have to run a few more errands, and when I get back home, we are gonna start this video. We made it back home to my welcome committee. Ah! Parkers! There he goes. Hi, Mom's home. Parker and Journey. Okay, so we are back home, and I would like to thank you all for stopping by my channel. If you are new to the channel or if you are a subscriber already, we are gonna start with a little getting to know me so that you guys know who you are following. So I am married. I have been married for 21 years. We have 3 beautiful children. My oldest just graduated from college, and I have one going into their junior year and one going into their senior year of high school. So I used to be a stay-at-home mom for many, many years. It is a huge, rewarding job to have. I loved every minute of it, but as your kids get older, you kind of lose something. They don't need you as much. They will always need mom. Okay, let's get that clear. They will always need mom. I still, do all the housework and their cooking and stuff like that, but they're more into their friends, and the one that graduated from college obviously is starting his own adult life, so they don't need mom as much. So I needed to find something to fill that void, and I happened to stumble upon reselling. So it started out as a hobby and a fun little thing to do just to kind of get my mind off the fact that I don't need to do as much around the home, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It is so fun to go out and find abandoned things, forgotten things, things nobody wants anymore, or they do want, but it's just not to the right person. Obviously, when you go to garage sales and stuff, you get hundreds of people coming in, but with a source like eBay, you are able to reach thousands, millions of people and try to get these loved items into a hand that they will be loved once again. And it is truly rewarding to see these items go to new homes. I love every item I pick up. You will see that in the video. I just am drawn to things, and yeah, I just love it. So with that said, I started to take it away from a hobby and more into a business. It does require a lot of time, and it can be quite overwhelming, but I absolutely enjoy the experience of it all. Now back to me. So that's why I started anyways. Back to me though, about me personally. You will see my 2 doggies in a couple of the videos here and there. I did adopt one at 9 weeks old, Journey Girl. And then we were fostering for a place called the Bully Project. They are a no-kill animal rescue. And I fell in love with Parker. So we did get a couple of them adopted out to new homes. Parker, that face, man, it just melted my heart, and I couldn't even imagine not waking up and seeing that face every day. So we did foster fail him, and now I have those 2. We also have a little Chihuahua that is Princess, and she is 15 years old, and she is my daughter's little sidekick. They are connected at the hip, 2 peas in a pod. So we don't see her much around the house. You probably won't see her in the video. She tends to stick with my daughter. I am happy to go into more detail about myself. If you guys ever have any questions about me personally or my life, feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I will definitely answer that. So let's move on to the next topic. I am going to take you guys around the house and show you a few things that I picked up in Michigan. I do have to go on a little bit of a scavenger hunt because a lot of those items are already listed. But let's get to that now. So we are gonna start inside the house with a few items that I did keep. So I did get this little green glass elephant, and that one is definitely gonna be a keeper. I need to dust again. I literally dust every day, but those dogs, man. And that's why all my eBay stuff is out in the garage. So nothing on that one. Oh, yes, I did get this guy. This one came from an estate sale that I'm helping set up right now. Absolutely love him. That's a different story though. And then I did pick up this little guy while I was in Michigan. So they have made it to my shelves. Over here on the table, you guys saw these in the last video if you went ahead and watched it. Those are all listed now and I just need to get them to their homes. But I did pick up all of these plates. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love them. They are so stinking adorable. And they are West Elm, sorry. Rachel was the artist. And they are all sorts of little dapper animals in their little sweaters. And as you can see, I have a whole stack of them. We are going individually. So if people just need a replacement or whatever for a set they had, they're able to do so. Obviously, you can't really do that if you do in a set. I have learned that when I post in sets, people always are messaging me, can I just get just this one? So from now on, I try to do most things individually if possible. So I do have a bunch of clothing items. Those are all washed and ready to be listed. I do wash any clothing I pick up in Thrift baby soap. It is gentle on the skin. It smells really good. And that way I know if somebody does get the item and just go ahead and throw it on and wears it, they're not gonna have any kind of reaction. All right, we are now going on a little bit of a scavenger hunt so I can show you some of the things that we picked up. I got to find the first item. Okay, so this little guy right here, he came from Michigan, the little wood carved. He's so cool, absolutely love him. I believe these ones came from Michigan, if I'm not mistaken, the little llamas. Let's see what else. We have the cut to crystal raspberry colored or cranberry colored vase, small vase. You can see it's only about the size of my hand, a little bit smaller. What else came from Michigan? If you watched last week's videos, you know that those guys were listed. So we're gonna go along the side here. Oh, this little blue elephant. He has been listed along with this little frumps. He is so cute. Look at this, guys. Look at that little face. Oh my gosh, I love him. The little frumps. I probably should have kept him, but I can't keep them all, you know? So some of them do end up in the store. So moving right along. Oh, that piece up there. Let's see if I can zoom in. That is like a little hand-painted wood bowl. It is glorious. I wish I could get a better view, but I'm not that tall. I do keep a ladder in my garage to help me get up to those things. So that is some of my Michigan finds. Let me see what else, if I can remember. Oh, yes. Let's go over here. My workstation is a little bit messy right now. Sorry, guys. We got these Knickerbocker Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls. So those were a lot of fun. We love those. Let's go to the other side. I do believe I got some Christmas. Did I not? Maybe I did not. Okay, well anyways, that's my little holiday shelf. We did get these curling irons, the Remington. They're like brand new. There's not a speck on them. They're wonderful. So we did pick those up. We're gonna move along the side here. It's a little bit tight quarters. In case you were wondering how my death pile is going, this is all the stuff that I did not get to. So we are gonna keep tackling that. I am gonna keep moving. I will let you know in a minute a little bit more about why I kind of hit a little stopping point. So we picked up this mushroom. The mushroom is really cool. The black lab, because it looks like my journey girl. Look at that cute little face. Oh my goodness. So she is new addition. I think that might be it for out here. We didn't go really crazy, and I will explain why in a minute. Before we go too far, I do believe I put them down here. These ones were a cool find. So we got the train set, and I have a really cool train, but I believe it's inside still at the moment. So we picked up that, and we picked up the power pack. Pick those up in Michigan. And let's go inside and take a look at the trains that I picked up because those are really cool. Okay, so here are the 2 train sets that I picked up. So they have the little wolves on them. This one has never been out of the package. However, the package is a little bit dirty, but the inside obviously is immaculate. And then this is the other one, again, with the same wolf, the little Moonlight Express in the box. It does not have the plastic around it, but those were a couple more of my Michigan finds. I did grab this for my mother. That's gonna go to her house. Okay, so that was just some of the items that we had found while we were in Michigan. I'm sure there was more that I had missed, but you know, it's been just a really, really crazy time lately. So let's talk about why I was MIA. Before I started posting videos again, which you just saw one last Tuesday if you're following along, I had been not posting for about 4 weeks, I believe it was. So last one before that was me taking down my death pile. So I made a really good dent in the death pile. We got a lot of things listed, but I just got overwhelmed really, really easily. And then a few things came up and I had to get my mom to Michigan. She went up to Michigan for the summer, so I drove her up there. My daughter had an art camp in Ohio, so we kind of planned the trip around both of those, which is why you saw me in Ohio and which is why I was in Michigan, but also my uncle had passed away. So we did have to go to a celebration of life for him. He was like a second dad to me, so it was very hard. So there was a lot of things going on. And at that same time as I was planning this trip, my son's car stopped working. We had to put a good chunk of money into getting it up and running again so he could get to and from work and leaders school and all the things that he needs to do. I also had my dog Journey tear her tendons in both of her back legs. So there was a big vet bill, and she was on bed rest, which trying to keep a 2-year-old black lab on bed rest was a chore in itself. And along with that, my phone stopped working, so I had to get a new phone. So it's like one of those, when it rains, it pours. Plus, I was trying to get through all this death pile, and I shopped to kind of take my mind off things. That is a big reason of why I shop to begin with, and now I have a purpose to shop because now I resell. But I ended up bringing more in rather than getting majority of it out, which just put me in a state of, basically paralysis. I couldn't do anything except for look at the mess, and it was hard. So that is why you guys didn't have any videos. If I did go to the store, I just wasn't my normal happy, smiling, chipper self. So I didn't record. It just wasn't, I couldn't get the energy to do so. I wanted to for you guys, but I just couldn't. So now I still have a death pile because I had added to it, but we are back on track. I have been posting about 20 to 25 items a day. I am almost through everything from my trip already. These ones will be posted really soon. They'll probably be posted by the time this video comes out, which means I have plenty of time to work on the death pile that is sitting in the garage. And I am back on track. I am back focused. Things happen in life. I'm sure they happen to everybody, but we get through, and life comes back. I am back on track. I am back to feeling like myself again. And hopefully we can keep these videos coming. Hopefully you guys are enjoying them. But that is kind of why I've been missing in action. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, a little bit of insight into who I am. Again, if you guys have any questions ever, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. I will never withhold anything from you guys. I am an open book. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for coming along and watching me. You have no idea how much it means to me to have your love and support. If you want to give this a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. If you don't want to, you don't have to do that either. But I just want to say how greatly appreciative I am of you coming and watching this video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.